Happy Thursday. It's October 5th. The weather is cool. The nights are shorter and longer. It's darker in there. I'm your host, Kimberly Perot. We've got Gretchen Pleshaw here today in studio as well. This first hour is going to be very exciting because of the cooler temperatures. It is officially crock-pot season. We'll take a look at a great crock-pot recipe. We'll have Corey Crane, very impressive endurance athlete, joining us here in studio this morning. Ben had a conversation with the medical leadership team at Roundup River Ranch and Leadville Railroad. So stay tuned. Good morning, Vail starts now.
Things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Welcome to the TV8 Weather Center. Happy Thursday, National Do Something Nice Day. Let's take a look outside of that beautiful weather ahead. 8 a.m., 38 degrees, a high of 65, winds west 5 to 10 miles per hour. Sunny, beautiful day out. I am really loving these fall days. Hopefully you're enjoying them as well. The hourly temperature and conditions, 8 a.m., 38 degrees and partly cloudy. Noon at 53 degrees and sunny. So we're not going to see a lot of cloud coverage today. So it's still very important to wear your sunscreen, drink lots of fluids, even in these cooler temperatures. 4 p.m., 61 degrees and sunny, and 8 p.m., 51 degrees and clear. So beautiful fall day. I'm going to say it, you got to do a little leaf peeping. It is peak season to do so. Eagle 68 degrees, Avon 66, Vail 65, and Denver 69 degrees. So even in Denver, we're seeing these cooler temperatures. And that is, I dare say winter is right around the corner. I'm ready. I'm ski stoked. Bring it on. A low of 33 degrees tonight. Clear skies, sunset at 6:44, and winds southeast 5 to 10 miles per hour. When we take a look at that 5-day forecast, Friday is sunny, 66 degrees. Saturday, 69. Sunny, I always say sunny Sunday. Sunday is sunny and 70 degrees. And as you see, the low 31, 32, and 33 degrees. So high highs and low lows. And that means that, yes, the seasons are changing quite quickly. Monday and Tuesday, 68 and 67 with lows of 32 and 35 degrees. So gorgeous days to get on out there and enjoy that fall. I say summertime sunshine all the time, so fall sunshine. And look at the leaves and just have some fun in the fall sunshine before it is winter and we're in the snow, and I am so ready for all of it. How are you doing, Kim?
I'm so great. It's Thursday. Hard to believe we're like just about finished with the first week of October.
Where did it go? It's so strange, especially yesterday. I had so much fun with you guys, and we had such a blast, and then all of a sudden it was like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I was like, where did the day go? It was wild. I don't know.
You know, our days fly by when you can start the morning off early, and we love starting the morning off early here with all of you.
I know. I've never been a morning person, so I say all the time, if it wasn't for you guys and for a little coffee and all the good vibes of Good Morning Vail, I wouldn't be up this early.
It's true.
But speaking of today, Thursday, so it is Do Something Nice Day, which I know here we're all about being nice to other people and doing, nice things for locally. So I was thinking about maybe volunteering, and I think that's something that I was thinking about the other day. There's so many cool places that you can reach out to and volunteer. So
I love the idea of volunteering. Being somewhat new to the Valley, I don't know all of the organizations,
right.
But everybody that comes on our show, they always have opportunities to volunteer and to, really contribute or donate your time and or resources. So right. I love that. We have so many great organizations here in the Valley.
The reason I'm smiling so big is because Rhiannon Enroe, who we all love, and the Eagle Animal Shelter, I always say rescue, but it's the Eagle Animal Shelter. I went over there and volunteered, and I said to everyone, I went last week, I was like, should I be paying you? Like, I feel like I got such good therapy from the dogs, and there was such a beautiful moment. But just in honor of a National Do Something Nice Day, maybe it would be nice to go to one of our local charities, and help out. But there's so much happening today. Should we?
So many things. You can also, if you wanted to, just do something as simple as pay it forward, buy somebody's
100%.
Coffee in line in front of you or behind you, whatever that
I
is.
love doing that. I've done that a handful of times, and it's so neat to see someone's, I kind of hide and see the reaction, and it's pretty special. But okay, so I'm really excited about this. You know, I'm all things pumpkins, Halloween, it's the spooky season. So this morning, our dear friends at Bookworm of Edwards at 10 a.m. are doing a ghost story called, this is so cute, Gustav the Shy Ghost. And so if you want to go, I was speaking to them about this. You don't have to have children. You don't have to be a child. It's for people our age too. If you want to go and hear a good, fun ghost story, you can go and check it out. So that's 10 a.m.
That's at 10 a.m. And
Yeah,
who says
Bookworm.
imagination has to stop when you are an
Right.
adult? That's a great option too.
No, exactly.
To spend your morning.
Well, and also I think because these cooler temps we're seeing as well, there's a lot of different hikes and walks too. And I think because we live in this beautiful mountain town and there's so much going on, Native Discovery Center at 10 is having a hike, as well as, let's see, Walking Mountains 2 p.m. is doing kind of a moderate hike as well. So get on out there and check out those fall leaves.
Especially before the weather really starts getting chilly and the ground gets a little bit muddy, but
And the snow, I'm ready. Bring it on.
let's bring it on. Well, we have a very exciting first hour here on Good Morning Vail. You're not going to want to miss it. So go fill up that coffee cup, go buy somebody else's coffee,
I love that.
and come right back here and join us at Good Morning Vail.
Good morning, Vail.
Lions Head Jewelers Fossil and Mineral Gallery. Located in the heart of Lions Head Village for over a decade, our 4,000 square foot gallery boasts a one-of-a-kind experience that cannot be found anywhere else in Vail. We carry the most exquisite array of fine jewelry, high-end minerals, and museum-quality fossils. We invite you to come in and explore all the history and beauty that nature has to offer.
Hi, it's Julio from TV8 Vail. Do you ever wonder why our tagline is "There's more for you on 92"? Because we're always bringing you more. More Good Morning Vail from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. all year long. More local coverage with Vail Vibes and Covered Bridge on TV8. More opportunities to participate with new roundtable panels on mountain perspectives and our new Spanish programming block coming this fall. Find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on YouTube, or our website at tv8vail.com.
Thank you for watching Good Morning Vail. Have an amazing day. Get on out there, soak up that sunshine. We'll see you tomorrow right here for more Good Morning Vail. Bye, everyone. Hi, I'm Gretchen Pleshaw. You might recognize me from the Glitz and Glam with Gretchen. Maybe you hear my voice on the radio from time to time or see me out at a concert or two. I love concerts. If you see me out, the long mermaid hair, I'm almost 6 foot tall. It's hard to miss. Come and say hi, give me a high five, and make sure to watch me right here on TV8.
Good morning, Vail.
Now, today is National Do Something Nice Day, and Gretchen and I just talked about volunteering and the importance of how you can give your time and your efforts. Ben had a conversation with Roundup River Ranch and the medical leadership staff all about volunteering and what they do there at the Roundup River Ranch during their summer camps. Let's have a look at that conversation.
We are here at the Roundup River Ranch with Dr. Todd Vermeer and Amy Batchelor, part of the medical team here at Roundup River Ranch. So, Dr. Vermeer, tell me a little bit about how you guys support the camp here and what you guys are doing with the kids.
So in every session, we have physician and nurse volunteers who come and join us, oftentimes specialists in whatever particular disease is the focus of a camp session. And Amy and I coordinate all of those folks and help provide care, help organize everything so that when the campers get here, we get all their medications lined up for the week and can deliver whatever care they need. And then both of us and all the volunteers are around to support our activities, make sure everything's safe so that when they're doing something like climbing the climbing wall, we have a nurse or a doctor there to make sure that if anything comes up, we can take care of it right there in place rather than having to have them come here to our medical center, which is available, but we try to keep everyone out of here if we can.
So speaking of the medical center here, what level of care are you guys able to provide, and how closely are you able to kind of monitor the various campers' conditions, Amy?
Yeah, our facility is able to handle, I would say, a pretty high level of care for kids if it's needed emergency wise. We're in touch with local emergency departments and firefighters, paramedics, so they know that we're here and we have a really great relationship with them. But as far as supporting the campers, we actually have our cabin nurses live in the cabins with them. So their cabin nurse is with them all the time, is with their cabin. So if anything were to come up as far as emergent, they're right there, as well as having all of their medications on standby with the nurses. They're all in the cabins with them. And so they actually have like a person right there at all times. So it feels very safe for them. Many of our campers are used to having quite close relationships with their nurses or physicians. And so it's comforting for them as well, and our parents when they drop off their kids. That can be really nerve-wracking. So they have lots of support here as far as medical goes.
And I would imagine that that's probably super encouraging for the parents when they drop their kids off. Like, it is a pretty remote location, but to have such attentive medical staff and to have such great care here is probably super relieving. Have you guys seen anything with the kids and how just like having that little bit of extra support kind of helps the kids kind of relax and let go?
Yeah, it's amazing for the kids and for the parents. You know, for the kids, we have a medical review process we go through for all of the campers, and we'll see notes from parents about how they tire out in the afternoon and will probably need a wheelchair because they can't walk very far. And we see these kids come and they hike down to the climbing wall and they do the whole ropes course with no slowing down and no need for a wheelchair. And it's wonderful to see because they just get in an environment where they're with other kids, they're doing it, they want to do it, and they're not being held back. And for the parents, I think one of the most powerful experiences I had this summer was right here where we're sitting, telling parents to turn off their glucose monitoring for their child. The child had an implanted glucose monitor that connects with the phone and gives alerts. And we took that over. We said, all right, I've got it on my phone, we've got it on the cabin nurse's phone, you turn it off because we've got this. And they were able to go have 4 or 5 days by themselves and not having to worry about the glucose monitor. That is a 10, 15, 20 times a day worry for that particular camper. And that's just such a wonderful gift to be able to give.
Yeah.
Such a wonderful gift to be able to give just in general here at Roundup River Ranch, and it wouldn't be possible without the medical team here. So how did you get involved, Amy, in just the program here and in this kind of care?
So we're part of the Serious Fun Children's Network. We are part of multiple camps throughout the country and the world. And I actually started my journey with Serious Fun in California at the Painted Turtle, which is another camp in a sister camp, as I like to call them. And then I have worked here in 2018, and I just came back onto site full time recently. Yeah.
And what about you, Dr. Maria?
Well, my wife and I have been friends of camp for years and supporters, and my wife's served in a lot of volunteer capacity, including on the board. And when the medical director, who had been the founding medical director, stepped down last year, and I spoke with the folks here because I knew and said I'd like to talk about that when it comes time, and they brought it to me when they got posted, and we talked through it, and got very excited to get to be here and be a part of everything we do.
Awesome. Do you guys specialize in any particular illnesses, or do you have kind of like a area of specialty? And is that something that happens within the Serious Fun Network, that various camps kind of specialize in particular regions of illness?
Yeah, so the way we do it, we break it down by weeks during the summer. So we have 6 summer sessions, and each one has a diagnosis-specific focus. So we have a week that focuses on cardiac disease, cancer and immune deficiencies, neurologic disorders. We have a week where it's a combination of asthma and celiac disease and things like that. And we then we have specialist volunteers typically, mostly from the Front Range, but also some from other states who come in to spend those 5 or 6 days here. So we'll have the specialist in that particular disease area here. And then my background is emergency medicine, so I'm sort of a generalist and take care of whatever comes. But it's wonderful to have those specialists here. They do education for the staff. A lot of our summer staff, counselors and things, are college kids who are interested in medical careers, nursing careers, and so they get some educational talks out of that. And the docs love it because many of the docs who come to volunteer are seeing their patients here at camp. And it is just a wonderful experience for them to see them as kids as opposed to as patients. But then if they get sick, they know what to do for the particular issue. They can access their medical records. They can contact the other specialists who are caring for the kids and help us make a plan. We can't do much diagnostically here. We have very limited testing that we can do beyond basic infectious disease like strep and COVID and flu. But we have a lot of treatment we can provide. We are beneficiaries of a lot of gifts from Children's Hospital of Colorado. They give us a great deal of medication every year, so we have a lot of medications that you wouldn't normally have at home that are not over the counter, but because I, as a physician, Amy's actually a nurse practitioner as well, we can decide, yep, we need to give you this, we have it. If a camper shows up and doesn't have one of their medications, we may have it already, or we have some donor support to get it for the patient. We partner with our local pharmacies, Vail Health and City Market rather, and they'll get it for us. And so there's a lot we can do.
I would imagine that you guys have a pretty close working relationship, both with Vail Health and the Colorado Children's Hospital. Amy, do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so a lot of our specialists, like Todd was saying, do bring their own kiddos here. And what a great environment to have them here, because they only see them in a clinic setting. So they've put a lot of visits, work into them, and then they get to see them like outside of the hospital. They get to see them, and nurses as well. And so we do have a close bond with Children's Hospital of Colorado, as well as other hospitals within our region. We also serve 11 states total that we can. However, like right here in the Front Range, we are able to support Denver locations and out here through those hospitals.
So speaking of the 11 states that you guys serve, is that sort of like a regional designation that like Roundup River Ranch has a region that they cover as part of the Serious Fun Network? Or you guys have like a system of illnesses that you kind of focus on, that kids from all over the country come to this location because of their particular illness?
It's more the regional delineation that the camps agree to through Serious Fun. And there is some overlap with that. But most of the camps serve a wide variety of diseases. There's a whole set of typical identified diagnoses that Serious Fun focuses on. And it tends to be things that are, more long-term challenging, require constant medication, constant monitoring. And one of the goals we have is to be able to provide a normal camp experience for kids who can't go to other camps. Every camp has a nurse providing medication, but we're providing chemotherapy, we're providing immunosuppressant medications, and watching for the side effects of that. We have nurses who are in the cabin who are helping kids who require an hour of care to have a bowel movement every day, and we're able to do that, and then get those kids up on the zip line an hour later. So we are always trying to reach out to families and kids who don't have other options and may not even know this option exists. And the transformation you see in kids who've never been to camp or who maybe went to camp years ago, but then they've been dealing with their illness, it's really magical how they just blossom here, make friends, and an important part of it is they get to know other people who are on their same journey. We're heading into a family camp weekend this weekend for specifically around epilepsy. And for a lot of the parents who will be here, it'll be their first time to hang out with other parents who have kids with similar challenges and maybe new diagnoses or maybe 10 years in, and share those stories and feel that community that is hard to find out in the world because, though we see lots, they're few and far between oftentimes in the general population. So.
Well, and that's got to be such a great experience for the families and for the kids. But before I let you guys go, I've got two more questions for you. First one being, does the altitude make a big difference in standard of care? I mean, we aren't really at a low elevation here. We're probably at, 6-ish thousand feet, give or take?
63. Yep, we're at 6,300. It can make a difference depending again on the diagnosis. So we do, like Todd said, we do serve different diagnoses, and what we do is we accommodate for that. So we serve sickle cell disease, and we also serve kiddos who might need oxygen in a cardiac disease, and so they may need more while they're here at this altitude. Most of the time, if they're traveling from Denver or even from like potentially another state that is much lower, it's really going over the passes to get here that can really be a little more of the issues. Once people are here though, we're able to manage all of those things too, because of donors, and they have donated medical equipment and things like that, so we can have oxygen in the cabin. Everything is universal here, accessibly, and so they can take that oxygen tank portably up the zip line and go on down with it, no problem. I think one of the greatest things is, like Todd was mentioning, is how these kids blossom. There is this concept that I like to call the Me Too feeling. When a kid meets another kid that has either gone through the same journey as them or has something similar to them, maybe that's a medical device, maybe they both have the same diagnoses. I know this summer I just walked by these two 12-year-old boys. They're just sitting on the grass reading, and one of them just looked at the other one and they're like, oh, what kind of like cancer did you have? And he said the exact same thing that he did, and they both paused and also just smiled and then went back to reading and playing. It was not a big deal, but it also, you could tell they had to pause to be like, oh my gosh, there's someone the same as me. Their family members, their school, they don't always have that opportunity, and it's so powerful to know that they're not alone. It just changes everything.
It's absolutely incredible, and it's so great that you guys are here, and such an amazing organization. If anybody was watching us who perhaps had medical training or was interested in getting involved in volunteering for your program, how could they reach out to you guys, and what's the process in getting involved in the medical side of volunteering here at Roundup River Ranch?
It's similar to any volunteer opportunities we have here. It's an application through our website initially, and then that then sends them to interview with either Amy or myself, and we do that online just as a Zoom interview to get to know them and find out what their interest is, what their background is. And we have a wide range of opportunities. I mean, throughout camp there's lots of volunteering, but for specifically physicians, nurses, nurse practitioners, PAs, we love having them come, and sometimes it's people who are very focused specifically in the disease, and a lot of those folks come from the Front Range, from Children's and Rocky Mountain Hospital for kids, and we've got a lot of folks who've been involved for a long time, but then we're getting newer people as well who are just coming out of their training or in their training, but really the easiest way is to start on the website, and then it comes to us to get in touch and get to know them and learn more about them and let them learn more about camp and what our opportunities are like.
Awesome. And that website is roundupriverranch.org, right?
Yep.
Awesome. Dr. Todd Vermeer, Amy Batchelor, thank you guys so much for joining us. I know you guys have a lot to get ready for Family Week, but thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us.
Thank you.
Good morning, Vail.
Map Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our nap nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Hi, I'm Ben Belgrad, and I'm the owner of Drinking Vessels here at Bat Country Studios in Minturn. And I've been in the Valley for 7 years. I moved to the Valley because a friend helped me to get my vision off the ground, building my glass studio here, and being so close to snowboarding. So here at the studio, we're acting as a broker for 50 to 100 artists from around the country. We also offer glassblowing classes, and we bring many artists from around the country here to be able to work and create art collaboratively and be so close to skiing and all the activities we have here in the Valley. Here at Drinking Vessels, we specialize in handmade glass drinkware from artists around the country and around the world. Some of these are produced as more of an item you could get in sets and kind of get different color options as time goes on. And some of these are completely one of a kind and really high-end art that's unlike anything people have seen before. While I'm an artist myself here at the studio, I'm representing between 50 and 100 other artists from around the country. And most of these artists are able to spend most of their time working on their art while we help handle their marketing and their sales and the distribution and representation, allowing them more time to focus on their art. That's really my privilege in running this business, is creating that support and providing that platform for this big group of artists that are part of a movement that's very important to me.
Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Make sure you tune in every day at 8 p.m. to catch Scoreboard Nation. It's an outdoor lifestyle show dedicated to your 3 favorite mountain towns, Vail, Beaver Creek, Park City, and Reno, Tahoe. Join us for an incredible venture. Find us on TV8 Vail, Park City Television, or at thescoreboardnation.com. We can't wait to see you there.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to the TV8 Weather Center. Happy Thursday. Let's take a look at that beautiful day outside. 8 a.m., 38 degrees, a high of 65 degrees and clear. Wind southwest 5 to 10 miles per hour. So gorgeous day to get on out there, enjoy that the fall conditions, and look at the changing colors of the leaves. I love this time of year. 8 a.m., 38 degrees, a little bit of cloud coverage, partly cloudy. Noon 53, and we're seeing those clouds lessen and just sunshine all the way through to 4 p.m., 61 degrees and sunny, and 8 p.m., 51 and clear. So beautiful day and night ahead of us. Eagle 68 degrees, Avon 66, Vail 65, and Denver 69 degrees. So we're seeing some of those cooler temperatures even in Denver. Tonight, a low of 33 degrees, clear skies, and sunset at 6:44 p.m. Someone told me there's actually a lunar eclipse tonight, so that's pretty exciting with the clear skies ahead. Wind southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Let's take a look at that 5-day forecast. Friday, sunny and 66. It looks like clear skies throughout the week and into next week. So Friday, sunny, 66 and a low of 31. Saturday, sunny, 69 and a low of 32. Sunday, sunny skies and 70, a low of 33, and Monday, 68, 32. Tuesday, a little bit of cloud coverage creeping back in, 67, not a lot though, and a low of 35. So gorgeous weekend and week ahead to soak up that fall time sunshine and check out those leaves. I am so excited about the Leadville Railroad. What a way to look at those leaves. Let's check it out here and talk to Claire.
We are here with Claire Berger from the Leadville Railroad. Claire, how are you doing today?
I'm doing so good, thank you.
Well, thank you so much for letting us ride the train and get some views of the fantastic scenery. So it's my understanding that you guys are doing something a little bit new this winter and leading into fall. So what do you guys have going on right now?
So right now we're still running 7 days a week. Monday through Thursday we're running at 1 p.m. and then Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays we run at 10 a.m. and 2 p.m.
So what do you guys got going on specials-wise for people coming up? They're interested in coming to visit you during the fall.
Okay, so starting in October on weekends, we're going to do our Oktoberfest rides. So you can come up, have some great scenery. We've got some fun decorations, some great seasonal beers, just a really relaxing, fun time. We'll start into our holiday specials in November. At that point, we light up the train. It's absolutely gorgeous. We've got a little Santa's Village you can go visit. Might even see the big man himself if you're lucky. And then this winter, we have some really cool new specials. So we're doing a Sweetheart Train special. We're doing a St. Patrick's Day, and even an Easter Express. So we've got a lot of fun things coming up.
Wow, and so is it just the holiday events that you guys have going on this winter, or if I just happen to be here out on vacation and wanted to come get some scenic shots, some scenic scenes, what can we do? Can we come visit you in the winter?
You can definitely come visit us in the winter. So starting November 18th, we'll start running at least weekly. I would check out our website to get our exact schedule for that. But we have trips where we just go through this beautiful snow white scenery. It is absolutely stunning watching everything just covered in frost and snow. And our lounge cars are heated and nice and cozy, so you can stay warm.
Well, and up at this high elevation, it's really important to have a little bit of those cozy heated cars. I mean, even just today, I know it's still like late in the summer, but I needed a jacket for a good portion of the trip. I mean, we are pretty high up here. What exactly elevation are we starting the train?
We are at 10,152 feet of elevation, so yes, extra coats, jackets, hats, gloves, always a good idea to have with you.
And it only goes up from there, right? Where does the train stop?
We stop at just shy of 11,000 feet.
So not quite to tree line there, where it does get a little bit colder, but absolutely gorgeous scenes the entire way up. Let me ask you this. What got you interested in joining Leadville Railroad and involved in this program?
So I am a Leadville native. My family has been here for generations, and I love this town. The Leadville Railroad is a really great place that helps us keep our history alive. We're able to share a lot of the fun history with Leadville. We're able to share the railroading history of Leadville, which is a big part of why we still exist. Leadville has either been a mining town or it's been a tourist town, and now we kind of get to combine both. The history here is so interesting and fascinating, and I think there's something special about being from a place and really knowing in depth everything about it.
You know, I gotta say, it's one of my favorite things about coming to Leadville is the history here is just so deep. I mean, the Victorian architecture, the mining museum, and everything else. It's just an absolutely awesome place to really dig into Colorado history. And there's definitely some history involved here at the Leadville Railroad. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
So I think the coolest part of the history for me is the fact that my grandfather worked at the Climax mine, which is the mine that we headed up towards today. And then we were able to continue to keep it rolling. So it wasn't just something that was able to be used for mining as we kept it going. And a local family is the one that took it over. And now it's a family operation. We get to share all of the cool railroad history and mining history and Leadville history with everybody else.
Well, it's absolutely incredible experience. I mean, I know I keep saying that, but it was so much fun. And you guys have food, drinks, even a little gift shop here and on the train. Tell us a little bit about what other offerings you guys have. It's my understanding that you've got a couple of local business partners as well.
As far as we do partner with some local businesses and we have groups to do sandwiches and lunches. When we do our barbecue specials, we have an award-winning guy that comes up and does our barbecue for that. So if you have a chance, they are done for the year, but next year our barbecue specials are ones not to be missed.
I have certainly heard really good things about that. Any last words you have for us? Anything else that we should come make sure we see?
Just come and see the sights. Check out the beautiful mountain views. You know, breathe in the crisp mountain air, bring the entire family, including your dog. We'd love to have everybody on board.
It's always great that we can bring our dogs. And if anybody needs some more information, where can they get a hold of you guys or buy tickets?
So you can go to our website, which is leadvillerailroad.com, or you can give us a call. The easiest number is 1-866-386-3936.
Could you give us that number one more time?
Of course, 1-866-386-3936.
Awesome. Claire Berger, thank you so much for having us and showing us your wonderful operation here. And we will be back, I'm sure, soon.
Sounds good.
All right. And we'll be right back after a little bit more.
Good morning, Vail.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Familia, estamos muy emocionados de por fin presentarles nuestro nuevo programa completamente en español, Conexión Latina, que se estrena este lunes 21 de agosto a partir de las 7 de la tarde. Por el momento, el programa se transmitirá los lunes, miércoles y viernes de 7 a 7 y media de la tarde, con una repetición de 7 y media a 8, así que no hay excusas para perdértelo. Te recuerdo que puedes sintonizar nuestra programación a través del canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página web tv8vail.com y nuestra página de Facebook TV8 Conexión Latina. Acompáñanos en esta nueva aventura llena de información y entretenimiento local. No te lo pierdas.
Well, Archer and I are going to get headed on further down the trail, but I hope you'll catch up with us a little bit later. Hi, I'm Ben Roof, and I'm one of the new hosts here at TV8. I'm so excited to share all of my explorations throughout the Vail Valley with my dog Archer, where we'll be taking you to hiking trails, biking trails, maybe we'll go rafting, fishing, or whatever else we can come up with. I'm so excited to share all of that with you in my new segment, Outdoor Adventures. Don't forget to catch up with us every day right here at TV8 Vail or at tv8vail.com because there's always more for you on 92.
Do you have an interesting hobby or skill you'd like to share for Vail Valley? We want to hear from you. We're looking for people to share their musical, artistic, culinary, woodworking, athletic, or technical talents on Good Morning Vail. If you'd like to share your talents with the community, email Danielle at tv8vail.com. Join the community conversation. There's more for you on 92.
Experience the beauty of fall on the rails of the Leadville Railroad. Take in the cool mountain breeze as you climb to 11,000 feet to watch the vibrant reds, oranges, and golds of fall come alive. Enjoy delicious hot beverages, learn some history, and relax with family and friends. Even your pets can enjoy a ride on the train. Offering daily trips, the weekend specials sell out fast. To secure your seat, book today at leadvillerailroad.com.
Good morning, Vail.
So we all know Tracy Miller is an amazing cook. I am not so much. So one way to get through this fall into the winter is crock pot recipes. Let's check it out.
It's chilly this morning. What's up? It's summertime here in the mountains, but the fruit and vegetables are so delicious. So today, what we're doing is the tri-tip. It was a big, like 5-pound tri-tip of steak. So we did that in the crock pot, but we're also going to do a corn and zucchini salad because this is the time that both corn and zucchini are plentiful and delicious. So I've already shucked my corn, and what I'm going to do is just put it in boiling water for about 5 minutes, maybe even a little bit less, because what happens when your veggies are super fresh like this, they do not take nearly as long to cook. So we're going to do a cold corn salad. So we just have this corn in boiling water, and we're just going to kind of rotate it around and let it cook for about 5 minutes. Meanwhile, we are going to make our salad, and this is going to be super easy. Zucchini, you can cook the zucchini if you want, just cut the tips off. And we have talked about different methods of chopping. So today what we're going to do is we are going to dice this up. So we're going to cut the zucchini into about 4 pieces. And I hope you remember by now, when you're working with these veggies, look at that. You don't want that. You want it to be a nice flat surface. So what you do is you cut the zucchini in half and then cut it into 4 pieces. And then we are going to cut it into 3 pieces this way. And then we're going to just dice it really, really small. And this is going to be served raw. So you kind of want to dice it nice and small, maybe about the size of a corn cob, because we are going to be taking the corn right off of the cob. So you want to dice it kind of the size of a corn kernel. And then we're going to do the same with this one. And I've decided only to cook 2 corns today because we don't want to waste it here. But if you have a family of 4, you're doing 4 pieces of corn and you're also doing the whole zucchini. I'm just going to do half the zucchini today because we're doing a half a recipe right now. We're also going to add some fresh green onion to it. Of course, if you prefer the red onion, and a lot of people do, then go ahead and put a red onion in here. Just slice it really, really thin so that you don't get too strong of an onion bite in your salad. So here we go, just chopping that up. Don't forget your sharp knife and your nice, very stable cutting board, because you don't want everything to be sliding all around. And again, everything is so fresh in the summertime that it really just needs only a little bit of cooking. And a lot of people like to eat raw. And when you are eating raw, your stomach has to get prepared for it, but it's really healthy for you, because the more that you cook your vegetables, if you're overcooking them or something like that, the more nutrients they lose. So what happens is, right when you cut up your veggies, they start to lose their minerals and their vitamins. So fresh is great, and cutting up everything right before you're about to eat it is the way to go as well. Okay, when I'm checking my corn, I just kind of take a little, I want this to still have that pop, that really crisp pop. So I just kind of take my knife and see that it pops. And it pops a little bit. I'm going to let this cook for just a couple, and probably another minute or so. But really, when you have this super fresh corn, you can cook it for really like 3, 4, 5 minutes, depending on how big the kernels are. My kernels are kind of big right now, but some of them that you're going to get, they'll be little tiny. I actually was writing an article about corn a couple years ago, and a farmer wrote me back or emailed me, I don't remember the mode of communication, and said, Tracy, I loved your article because I told people don't overcook your corn. Like, everybody cooks their corn forever, and you really don't need to. You can cook it really, really quickly, and it tastes much better. And he said, I'm glad you wrote that article, because everybody overcooks their corn, then it gets stuck in your teeth and it's all mushy. And he said, I sometimes, when I'm out at the farm, I check the corn, and he just pulls the husk off and eats it right there, raw, right off of where it's growing. So just know that it's true. You don't have to cook your corn that long. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put this hot corn into a bath of cold water. It's called blanching, and you do it with your veggies if you want to cool them off very quickly, and if you want them to maintain their beautiful color. So a lot of times when you are like putting veggies on a veggie platter, you have broccoli or something like that, and you want it to be nice and green, you'll blanch it. You put it in boiling water, you boil it, and then you put it in ice cold water, and that's called blanching, and it's a great way just to maintain the color of your veggies and kind of keep them looking really pretty. And this is going to be a cold salad, so if you're heading out on a picnic or something like that, then you can take this with you. Now we're going to make a super easy salad dressing, and I'm going to do it right in the bowl. Let's see here. Our salad dressing is going to be a creamy one because we have a kind of a fatty cut of meat, so we're going to cut it a little bit with a cream. And whenever I make salad dressings that are creamy based, I do a mixture of mayonnaise and sour cream. If you just do mayonnaise, you kind of get a strong mayonnaise flavor, but if you mix some of that sour cream in there, equal parts, it's what we call cutting the flavor of the mayonnaise. So I'm just going to do equal parts, about a tablespoon of each. You're going to do 2 tablespoons because you're doubling up your recipe. So I have a tablespoon of mayonnaise, and then a tablespoon of sour cream. And really, I can put sour cream on anything. It's one of my favorites. So we have those, and we're also going to add a little bit of olive oil as well, just about a tablespoon of olive oil, because we just want a little more juice to it. And of course, salt and pepper. We'll add that. And then we want something acidic. So we're going to add some fresh lime juice to that. And whenever you're making a salad dressing, you typically want something nice and acidic in there, because that's going to, once again, cut the harsh flavors of the creamy dressing that we have. So I'm going to squeeze the whole entire lime. And this is actually a good juicy lime. I broke my lime juicer. I think I overused it, but if you have one of those tools, those are the best. And another hint is if you put the lime or the lemon in the microwave, That gives you so much juice. Sometimes when I'm grilling, if I'm grilling fish and I want to put lemon on the side or something like that, I'll just cut the lemon in half and put it on the grill, and you squeeze it in a second and it has so much juice. Okay, so there we have our kind of our creamy dressing. And this is going to be just nice and fresh. Stir that around so it gets all combined. Give it a little taste too, because don't forget, when you're working with fresh veggies and fresh fruits like lime, you might be like, oh my gosh, that lime is so sour, I need to add a little bit of sweetness like honey or a little tiny bit of sugar or something like that. So give it a taste. See if you need to add anything. I'm going to taste it on the zucchini actually. So I'm going to give it a little taste. I think it tastes pretty good. It tastes a lot like olive oil, so I might want to put a little more lime juice if I can squeeze a little more in there. And again, when you're working with fresh fruits and vegetables, you always have to taste them. And I'm going to put a tad bit more sour cream in there just to kind of lighten it up a little, because that olive oil is strong. When you're working with olive oil, of course, it's super healthy for you, but it's also pretty strong in flavor. So if you don't like the taste of olive oil and you want something different, then use a vegetable oil or a grapeseed oil or something that has a lighter flavor, a sunflower oil or something like that. All right, now I'm just going to put my zucchini and my onions right in there. And of course, sometimes the taste's mellow after you put your fruits and veggies into the salad dressing. Sometimes I'll taste something all by itself and I'll be like, oh, puckered up. That's like way too strong or something like that. But actually, when you get to eating it, it's not at all because it combines nicely with the flavors.
Good morning, Vail.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
America was built on a love for the outdoors. We are a nation of sportsmen, blessed with magnificent natural resources. With broad interests across water and field, we are united in our devotion to nature and conservation. Join us every week for the best shows celebrating the outdoor lifestyle. Outdoor America. Live free.
Experience the beauty of fall on the rails of the Leadville Railroad. Take in the cool mountain breeze as you climb to 11,000 feet to watch the vibrant reds, oranges, and golds of fall come alive. Enjoy delicious hot beverages, learn some history, and relax with family and friends. Even your pets can enjoy a ride on the train. Offering daily trips, the weekend specials sell out fast. To secure your seat, book today at leadvillerailroad.com.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We've transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the Immersion Theater.
For fun and adventure, join me on Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World. Find out where I'll be going next and which celebrities I'll be bringing along with me. I'll show you amazing destinations with lots to explore, and you'll get to know my celebrity guests the way they really are, up close and personal. We'll travel the world, experience new cultures, and together, try to make a difference. I'm Elizabeth Stanton, saying the world's a big place, and I'm the one to show it to you.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. I am so honored to have a dear friend, amazing human being, and an inspiration, Corey Crane, endurance athlete, with me on the couch this morning. How are you doing, Corey?
I'm well. Thanks for having me.
Other than I am going to say we both have a little bit of a headache because of the altitude. Or what do you think? The change of
I think it's
temperature?
the storm moving in. Barometric pressure. Yeah.
I'm glad that you know this stuff because I woke up and I'm like, what the heck?
What the heck? Yeah, exactly.
Corey, I have known you for a couple of years now, and I've always been inspired by you physically, mentally, and spiritually.
Thank you.
Truthfully, you're an amazing human, and I want to hear about all the endurance activities you do. I know you're an awesome runner.
Yeah, well, thank you. So my last stop at the studio was in June, and I was prepping for the Leadville 100. Right. So I was interviewed and just kind of told my story about how I got to Leadville and whatnot. So now we're post-Leadville, about 6 weeks ago. I completed.
It was that long ago already.
Yes,
it seems like yesterday. That's wild. I remember the picture.
August 19th and 20th.
Yeah.
August 20th, I crossed the finish line in 28 hours, 53 minutes, running 100 miles. And
Corey, okay, dramatic pause for a moment.
Dramatic.
That's amazing.
It was an incredible experience. So, you know, I got a coin at the marathon in June of last summer, so 2022, and I started working with a coach January 1 of this year, and I was just very dialed in and focused and knew that I wanted the finish line. You know, never once did I doubt, oh my gosh, I can't do this. What the heck did I sign up for? Why am I here?
Picture, I'm sorry, that is epic.
Yeah, so that's my finish line picture.
How do you look so happy and so put together?
That was part of my strategy. So I told my team, I emailed my team about 2 weeks before the start of the race, and I just kind of dialed them in with how I wanted the race to go, how I envisioned it. So the entire 8 months that I trained, I envisioned this red carpet finish line, which is on 6th and Harrison in Leadville. If anybody's been there, you're familiar with it. But I knew I would get the finish.
Right.
So I told my team, you know, kind of estimated times for each cutoff at each aid station, what I wanted, and I told them I wanted to finish strong running with a smile. So that's exactly what I did. So the last 0.9 of the 100 miles is called the party mile.
Okay.
So you turn onto 6th Street and it's an uphill finish.
I love how you did that. That's why you did it in quotes. You're like, it is not a party.
It is, yeah. So you hit the pavement and you can see and you can hear the crowds in Leadville. And it just brings so much energy. So my dear friend Emily Slonick, she was pacing me that last 23 miles, but she told me, she whispered in my ear, she goes, go for it. And so I just put down a really fast last party mile, and that's me finishing with a smile, finishing strong, just how I wanted.
I love
and
that.
it was just incredible. I had just finished something that I worked so hard for. I was very dedicated. I was focused. They gave us these beautiful medals. It was actually in its 40th year, which I'm a big medal collector when you race.
That's gorgeous.
But Leadville does a great job. The Lifetime Leadville Trail Series does a great job with their medals. So.
And they're zoomed in. You can see her cool bracelet too. I love that.
Yeah, so I told my team, basically, let's just have fun with this. You know, I knew I was going to be putting my body through enough stress running 100 miles in one distance. And so my team showed up ready to rock. You know, a good friend of mine made this little bracelet, says Leadville.
I want one.
Has the word courage on it. And, you know, I just had fun with it. I didn't want any stress. I wanted every aid station to be fun. And so I had different friends at different times. My dear friend Ashley picked me up at mile 63, and she ran me for a section through the middle of the night. And
Corey, mile 63.
Yeah.
When you're saying this so lightly, I'm like, I could run 1 mile maybe.
Yeah. Well, you work up towards it, right?
No,
you know, so I had a big summer. You know, when I was here in June, I was training for my bigger runs, and you slowly build up to it. So June I had a marathon, July I had a 50 miler, and then August a 100 miler. But you know, Hope Pass is the infamous, you know, big 25-mile section of the race. And I knew I wanted to complete that in around 8 hours.
Okay.
And I was right at 8 hours, 15 minutes.
Wow.
So the entire time climbing Hope Pass from Twin Lakes over to Winfield, which is the 50-mile mark.
Okay.
And then back over to mile 63. I just pretended I was skiing. You know, I was touring uphill. You know, I was talking to people. We were encouraging each other. You know, you see a lot of people that are just in a really dark place, and you just kind of tap them on the shoulder and say, come on, get up, follow me, stay on my heels. And
see, and I have so much to say about this. First of all, I love that you manifest your destiny.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I love that you're envisioning, and so much of what you're speaking about you can take towards any piece of life, right? But I also have to say I love that you're such a ray of light. And I feel like you are that human.
Thanks.
No, but truly, like when people, you see them kind of struggling, I feel like you would be, like you said, that person to bounce up to them and be like, all right, let's do this together. Let's,
Sure. Yeah. I mean, it's inevitable in life. We're all going to have down moments, but it's if you
100%.
can have that ray of light, like you just stated, with somebody, whether or not to go for a walk or have a cup of coffee or just, hang out with somebody with a positive influence, you're going to turn that frown upside down, right? So,
Corey, I was just wondering, because obviously this is a big thing for anyone to do, right? At any point in their life. What is, like, I guess the peach in the pit, like, what was your big aha moment where you were just so, like, I'm assuming finishing, but also, and what was the hardest part of that race, or like mentally preparing, or
Sure. So my mantras, I wrote down, I had in my mind, but have fun.
Okay.
Run smart and be patient. 100 miles in 28 hours is, all night. You don't have time to sleep when you have a 30-hour cutoff.
How does that work? Does your brain start to like play tricks on you? Do you see
Yeah, you definitely start saying some
silly,
crazy stuff, but you might see a car that's been parked for 30 years and think it's moving or whatnot, a little bit of hallucination.
Because it is a mind game at that point.
It is,
too.
and your mind is, endurance running at that mileage, it's about 80% mental,
right?
And so you put the training down, and like I said, the entire 8 months I was training, I never once thought, this is silly, why am I doing this or whatnot. I envisioned that red carpet. I knew I wanted the finish line.
Right.
So the whole time I was running with my team, we made it fun. We showed up in the middle of the night with glow sticks and music.
Fun. Cool.
And my friend painted a canvas sign that had my bib number and my name.
Cool.
So a greeter would find me as I was running in, because I wouldn't know where my team was set up. And then they would run in front of me with a sign. So everybody was cheering for me. I'm like, how the heck do they know my name?
That's
and
so
the energy of the crowds was just going strong. And so, and I'm kind of a night owl. I enjoy training at night. I put a headlamp on, and I ski at night. I run at night. I have my dog with me, so I'm safe.
Yes, I love that.
But it's, you train for that. You train for middle of night sessions.
So you know what you're getting into.
Exactly.
Okay.
And I think that was a huge factor in my success too, because I was ready to go through the night. And it was fun. It's beautiful. It's different at night. You see.
I'm assuming, the energy's different.
Energy's different, and you're tired, but you push through that mental and physical fatigue.
Right.
And that. I remember asking my friend Ashley, who was pacing me from 63 to 77, and I said, how many miles do we have left? She goes, you have less than a marathon.
Wow.
And I thought to myself, that's great. That's a training day for me.
Right.
A long run day. So I knew I had
I'm just laughing because for me, I'm like, that would be a huge moment, Corey.
I knew I had it in the bag. I knew it was, and then to cross that finish line and to see Ken and Mara Lee, who are the original founders 40 years ago of Leadville 100. And
cool.
You get the medal put around your neck, and they announce your name. And, I thought I'd be just exhausted, but I was just so high on adrenaline. And in fact, even when I got back to our rental house that day in Leadville, I took a shower, obviously, but other than that, I was just so pumped. I was so excited. And I turned my phone on, and I had 77 text messages and calls, and I just had a huge support network, which I think is another factor to success, obviously, with anything in life, right?
Right.
So.
Well, Corey, we are so excited to have you here. I feel like we need to have you back. I have so many more questions for you, but where can people kind of follow you and check out your story?
Sure.
Yeah.
So as with any thing going on these days, I am on Instagram under Colorado Corey.
Okay.
And other than that, I'd love to be back another time to
we will. We definitely
chat
will.
endurance. So
well, thank you, Corey, and thanks for being such an inspiration to all of us. And we have more here for you on Good Morning Vail. So keep it right here.
Good morning, Vail.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
You're watching K34QB, Vail, Colorado.
Hey, it's Kimberly here on Thursday, October 5th. We have an exciting second hour here of our show, the Experian credit tips. That's something everybody is always talking about, especially if you're in the interest of purchasing some property or finding out what's going on here. The Rebel Rally, very exciting off-road, GPS-free, pen and paper navigation challenge, women only. We'll be having a conversation with one of the teams from that. Vail Vibes at Perch if you're looking for some fashion advice as we head into the change of seasons. And then a comedian will be joining us here on Zoom. Very exciting stuff. I'm your host, Kimberly Perot. I've got Gretchen Pleshaw here in studio. Hour 2 of Good Morning Vail starts right now.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to the TV8 Weather Center. Happy Thursday. Let's take a look at that gorgeous day ahead of us. 8 a.m., 38 degrees, a high of 65. Winds west 5 to 10 miles per hour. So gorgeous, sunshiny fall day. I am loving it. 8 a.m., 38 degrees, partly cloudy, noon 53 and sunny. 4 p.m. 61 and sunny, and then 8 p.m. 51 and clear. So beautiful day to get out there and do a little bit of hiking. Check out those leaves. The colors are just popping. Eagle 68 degrees, Avon 66 degrees, Vail 65 degrees, and sunny all the way through, and then Denver 69 degrees, so gorgeous day ahead of us. Tonight a low of 30 degrees and clear skies, wind southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour, so beautiful night. Open up those windows, let some of that fresh air in, and just enjoy your night. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the weekend, 66 and a low of 31, 69, a low of 32, and sunny all the way through, 70 degrees on Sunday and 33 degrees for a low. Monday and Tuesday, sunny as well. Highs in the 60s, high 60s, and then lows 32 and 35 degrees. So just a gorgeous week ahead to soak up that fall sun, check out the leaves, and have some fun in the fall sunshine. Happy Thursday.
Such a great Thursday, you know.
It is.
We had a crock pot recipe with colorful cooking with Tracy
Yes.
in the first half, and then we're going to show the rest of that recipe later in the show today. But I
Yes.
tell you what, these temperatures, I am all about the crock pot season.
I am too, because one, I'm not the best cook. Two, it's easier. And I feel like you have leftovers, so it's a win all across the board.
Excellent way to meal prep. And you know, I think what's really great is just how beautiful the seasons are changing.
Oh
and
my gosh.
there are so many fun
Ugh.
things to do. And then you're probably thinking, how do I make life here permanent by buying a house
True.
or figuring out what your purchasing power is?
Which I know
Yeah.
is can be a stressful moment. And right now for many people, it is a little bit fear-based. So to learn kind of how to take those steps and not get so nervous. But that's real, right?
It's a real thing.
We have a comedian that I'm obsessed with that we're going to Zoom with. So I like this kind of going from the heavy to the light.
You know, we'll wrap up the
LA-based.
show with a little bit of a lighter,
I
tip
am
note.
so excited about this. Dan Donahue, he is hilarious. It's
so
going to be pretty funny.
It's so true. Now, if you are interested in what your purchasing power may be or how to improve your credit score, Experian has some credit tips. So let's take a look at that.
Name and title, please.
My name is Christina Roman, and I'm the Consumer Education and Advocacy Manager for Experian.
Christina, what is the new Smart Money digital checking account? How does it work?
The Experian Smart Money digital checking account and debit card is a digital checking account and debit card offered by Experian. And what's unique about this is that it seamlessly embeds our Experian Boost feature, which allows consumers to add their on-time utilities, streaming, rent, payments, and more to potentially boost their FICO score.
So how can consumers who love to spend on pastimes like football, which is going on right now, or holiday shopping manage their budgets?
Yeah, so it's really important to review your spending from last year so that you have an idea of how much you spend every single year, and then start to make a plan for that. So you want to make a budget so that you don't overextend yourself. You want to really manage your credit accounts, make sure that you're staying on top of those. And then you also want to manage your overall credit. So we always recommend monitoring your credit, because then you can see how your spending impacts your credit health. And one of the best ways you can do that is to use Experian's free credit monitoring service, because this allows you to see your Experian credit report and your FICO score, and that can just help you to gauge your overall credit health.
You mentioned credit. What is the best way to build your credit up?
If you're a young adult just starting to build credit, one of the best ways to build credit is to open a credit card, make small charges, and pay it off every single month. You also want to make sure that you're paying it on time. Also, you can be added as an authorized user to a parent's credit card, or you can use our Experian Boost feature, which allows you to add those on-time telecom, streaming, rent payments, and more to potentially boost your FICO score. And I want to encourage you to check out that Experian Smart Money digital checking account and debit card, because it seamlessly embeds that feature and allows you to potentially boost your credit score debt-free.
Great information. Where can we learn more?
You can learn more at Experian.com/smartmoney.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Good morning, Vail.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Think Big features top kid inventors who face off against each other to see who can come up with the most innovative and creative invention. And Think Big kids acquire and showcase their skills in creativity, science, marketing, design, and don't forget, teamwork. Check your local listings and watch the world's most innovative kids. They create and invent new toys, games, websites, and new modes of transportation. Tune in to Think Big.
America was built on a love for the outdoors. We are a nation of sportsmen, blessed with magnificent natural resources. With broad interests across water and field, we are united in our devotion to nature and conservation. Join us every week for the best shows celebrating the outdoor lifestyle. Outdoor America. Live free.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Think Big features top kid inventors who face off against each other to see who can come up with the most innovative and creative invention. And Think Big kids acquire and showcase their skills in creativity, science, marketing, design, and don't forget, teamwork. Check your local listings and watch the world's most innovative kids. They create and invent new toys, games, websites, and new modes of transportation. Tune in to Think Big. Dog Tales is America's premier dog lovers magazine show. This series is all about dogs and the people who love them. Featuring dogs of all sizes, shapes, and breeds, keeping you up to date with all the latest news from the dog world. Sit back and enjoy a fun program for the whole family. Check your local listings and tune in to Dog Tales.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Now we are entering into the adventure portion of our show because I am speaking with Team Key Aloha of the Rebel Rally. This is the 8th annual Rebel Rally, an adventure race with all women with no GPS, no tracking devices, helping them navigate over 1,200 miles of exciting desert terrain. I've got Team Key Aloha today, Susie and Verena joining me. How are you, ladies?
I'm great, thank you. Thanks for having us.
Thanks. So I am so excited. Can you tell me, Team Key Aloha, tell me a little bit of background. How did you two get paired up, and where did you come up with the name?
Well, I've been with Team Kia for 3 years. So this is my 3rd Rebel Rally, and this is
my 5th Rebel Rally and my first time competing for Team Kia. So when I found out that I could do that and pair up with Rena, I was just over the moon.
And then we found out that we both have ties to Hawaii. I'm originally from Hawaii.
And my family business has been based in Hawaii since 1977. We have restaurants there. So we both really share a love for Hawaii.
I love that. Now, Susie, tell us about the Rebel Rally and what exactly it entails.
Yeah, so it's a really unique endurance competition. It takes place over, I think, 7 days over some of the most amazing terrain in the California and Nevada deserts. And it's not a race for speed, it's actually a navigation challenge. So you're trying to find hidden checkpoints in the desert. And like you said, you can't use your phone, you can't use a GPS, so you're just using a map, a compass, and sometimes a road book. So it's a really unique and fun challenge.
That's wonderful. So why were you both drawn to compete? And I guess, Verena, we'll start with you, and then Susie, if you wouldn't mind explaining as well.
Well, I've been in motorsports as a driver for a long time, and when Kia asked me to be part of their team, there was no hesitation. So this is my 3rd year with Team Kia for the Rebel Rally.
Yeah, and I've competed in a number of rallies around the world, and I just really love a puzzle, and that's kind of what this challenge provides.
Excellent. So how do you both train and prepare for an adventure competition like this?
Yeah, so there's actually a lot that goes into it. Even though we're both seasoned rally competitors, we train every single year. We took the Kia Telluride out to the desert and put it through its paces. We went over sand dunes, rocks, deep washes, just trying to get a sense for the type of terrain that we're going to see out on the rally. And then we also work on our teamwork a lot as well. You're in the car together for 7 days, and it's a lot. It's a big challenge, so that's an important component.
Exactly.
Wonderful. And Verena, you're in performance sports, and you're a sport performance driving instructor. Tell us about the vehicle that you are driving and what modifications have been made to it.
Well, this year we're competing in a 2024 Kia Telluride X Pro, and the modifications we've done to it, or Baja Forge has done to it, is a front and rear bumper support. We also have a skid plate throughout the bottom to protect the underside from any big rocks or big obstacles we're driving through. We have aftermarket wheels and tires and a roof rack.
Awesome. Now, I know there are over 100 women that compete in this, and I'm rooting for Team Key Aloha. So, Susie, where can we go for more information and to follow your journey?
Thank you so much. Yes, if you go to rebelrally.com, we're Team 206 or Team Key Aloha, and you can actually track our car along the course. So we would love for you to follow us and cheer us on.
I think what you're doing is so incredibly cool and adventurous and very inspiring to me, and I hope to others as well. So Team 206, Team Key Aloha, very exciting. Best of luck to you, ladies. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much.
Now stay tuned, we have a lot more here on the second hour. We'll be talking comedy and much more here, so you're not going to want to miss it. We'll be right back after this.
Good morning, Vail.
Hi, I'm Gretchen Pleshaw, host of TV8 Vail. From fashion to food, from film to festivals, experience a unique look at the boutiques, spas, restaurants, and venues that make the Valley so special. Join me for Glitz and Glam. Find it in Good Morning Vail. or at our website at tv8vail.com. I can't wait for our next adventure.
TV8 Vail is serving the community 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Stop by for Good Morning Vail at 7 a.m. and stay all day for lifestyle favorites such as Good Day Vail, Daily Flash, Suki and Scott, and more. And you're sure to find the adventure you crave with back-to-back episodes of Scoreboard Nation and Outdoor America. Find us all day, every day on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on tv8vail.com, and on all our social media platforms. There's more for you on Channel 92.
It's the fastest half hour in television. Toyota's Race Week takes you inside the high-speed world of NASCAR. Go behind the scenes for a look into the high adrenaline world of motorsports and hear from your favorite drivers as they discuss the drive to a championship. If you love NASCAR, you won't want to miss Toyota's Race Week.
At Revival Boutique Med Spa, we take an integrative and holistic approach to skincare, focusing on the bigger picture when treating our clients. We use only result-driven and science-based products that contain clean, organic, wild-crafted, and research-based ingredients. From injectables, facials, to body contouring, we offer anything related to looking your best self. Find us in the Riverwalk in Edwards. For a complete list of services, visit us online at revivalvail.com. Follow us on Instagram at Revival Vail Valley. Fall in love with your skin again. There's lots to love at Revival. Mind, body, beauty.
Coming up this season on Ready, Set, Renovate, real homeowners tackle really big renos.
Welcome to the ugliest house in the neighborhood.
It's a wild ride from before to after.
If we go to the tile store one more time, only one of us is coming out alive.
Well, I didn't know he was going to do all that.
Between the budget and the timeline, it's makeover madness.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Now, our very own Avisha got some tips on how to dress in a little bit of a fashion moment over at Perch. Let's check it out with Avisha Vail Vibes.
Hi, welcome to Perch. I'm Tamar Biorgadze, and I will be your stylist today. It's about you to be happy. Like, oh, I just got this little thing yesterday, and guess what? I'm gonna walk out tomorrow in a job and wearing that outfit. That's what makes my job satisfied. When I know that Jennifer, somewhere in New York, who is my client, walks out the door tomorrow and has the outfit I put together, it is absolutely satisfying for me to know that that girl that day will feel happy because she's put together. And it's all about inside, nothing to do with any of the terrible things you sometimes hear in Instagram, nothing to do with perfection or the perfect body or all of the crazy stuff. It's just simply feel so happy. Fill your soul with the beautiful experiences daily. And one of them is maybe get a little personal styling.
And personal styling is Tamar's specialty.
Good outfits that fits them closet, what they need, not that what I want to sell. Again, very thin line between sales and being a personal stylist. Very thin line. And I don't just sell. I wanted to develop for them a closet personalized for them. My goal is to discover that lady, that woman first, and then start shopping for them.
She says the seeds of fashion were planted during her childhood.
My grandmother, back in the day in the Soviet Union, was a seamstress. And I was her little assistant. So anything with sizing or closing or sewing or bra sizing or any blazer or anything, she used to do hundreds of seamstress jobs in a daily basis. Back in the day, it was paid nothing, but I was so fortunate to see how my grandma, who was her 70s, just look at somebody on a mirror coming from a street and she would go, oh, she's size 4. We need her pants this size. This is it. She's going to walk in. She's going to say this, that, and that. We are ready. Let's go. Let's do it. And I just admire that everything she would have said, what she saw, who was going to knock on our door, it would turn out to be a truth.
Tamar says when it comes to fashion advice, she has 3 basic tips. Layer up.
Because when you go out in a Vail, like a concert or lighting or whatever you are seeing, a show, you need to be prepared to be fashionable, but also don't get cold.
Don't worry too much about trends.
We get stuck on the idea, I have to be trendy. Oh my gosh, comments like this, I just saw this online or Instagram, which we know can be very influenced. I always say, and I will repeat this forever, style is something comes from you. We can moderate all your trends based on who you are. We don't have to be 100 to 100% what's coming Instagram tomorrow. Like, it's all good and well, but there is some classics, there is some basics, there is some things also, checkpoints, what suits you.
Invest in pieces that will last.
It is tough because a lot of people are convinced and make up mind, oh, easy fashion, I'm just gonna do this, or do Amazon, it will be 2 days delivery, whatever. But end of the day, again, you spend your money something, it's not gonna last you long. It will create quick satisfaction, but then you're gonna end up having the items are not really quality.
Makes sense to me. So I decided to use her personal styling services for myself. Here are the outfits she chose for me. And these pants are Tamar's favorite fashion statement of the moment.
Wide leg for me are a game changer. Most amazing wide leg. Now you want to go wide, you go wide.
They're comfortable.
They're very comfortable, they're very chic, very slimming, as crazy as it sounds for people who does not like wide leg.
Even the UPS guy chimed in.
Like my outfit?
I think you look lovely. Buy it all.
Thank you. Matches perfectly.
Tamar says come on by Perch and she'll be happy to help you express your own style, no matter what your budget is.
As far as the Perch goes and as far as I go, I will make sure no matter what budget you have for shopping, it will be succeed for you. Like I devote myself, no matter what kind of scale budget you shopping, doesn't matter for me. I will make it happen.
Good morning, Vail.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Familia, estamos muy emocionados de por fin presentarles nuestro nuevo programa completamente en español, Conexión Latina, que se estrena este lunes 21 de agosto a partir de las 7 de la tarde. Por el momento, el programa se transmitirá los lunes, miércoles y viernes de 7 a 7 y media de la tarde, con una repetición de 7 y media a 8, así que no hay excusas para perdértelo. Te recuerdo que puedes sintonizar nuestra programación a través del canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página web tva.com y nuestra página de Facebook TVA Conexión Latina. Acompáñanos en esta nueva aventura llena de información y entretenimiento local.
No te lo pierdas.
Hello, everyone. I'm Raisa Pascal.
And I'm Andrea Jackson. Welcome to Life, Love, Shopping. Have any personal stories you can share?
Do I?
Yes,
I do. So even though you work for
some good deals, too good to miss on flash deals. Now check this out.
Studies show spending time outdoors can help with depression, lowering blood pressure, and overall health and happiness.
Show. We are feeling good today. Great show on the way.
Absolutely. And welcome to our show. I'm Suki.
I'm Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great show.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We've transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the immersion theater.
It's Kimberly with the TV8 Weather Center. Let's take a look at today's weather. As you can see, it is 65 for the high, sunshine and gorgeous this morning. 8 a.m. we've got about 38 degrees, winds up to 10 miles per hour. So definitely a bit of a breezy morning, gorgeous morning at that. It'll be 53 degrees at noon, 61 for the high, and then clear tonight with a low of 51 heading into that evening hour. Across the I-70 commute, if you're heading into Denver, 69 in Denver, so gorgeous, gorgeous weather there. Vail 65, Eagle 68, and 66 right here in Avon. Stunning, stunning day today. Low of 33 tonight, clear skies, and that sunset 6:44. We're losing a minute. The darker it gets, the faster it gets. Up to 10 miles an hour with winds continuing throughout the day today, heading into the 5-day forecast. Sunshine and gorgeous. Friday, high of 66, low of 31, so below freezing temps. Saturday, high of 69, low of 32. If you had plants outside, I think it's time to start bringing them in at night. 70 degrees on Sunday, so gorgeous day to get out and do a little bit of leaf peeping with a low of 33. Sunday, 68 degrees and 32 for the low, and then mostly sunny on Tuesday. A little bit of cloud coverage there, 35 degrees, so it's going to be a gorgeous next 5 days. Definitely make sure that you appreciate this weather before it disappears. Now, it's cold at night, which means you want to see the second half of that crockpot recipe, because who doesn't love a good crockpot meal at nighttime? Let's take a look.
All right, here's a fun thing to do. We are going to take the corn off the cob. Now this is always nice to have a flat surface for this too. Ooh, yeah, that corn is looking really good and very fresh. We're just going to do this. Some people say they like to put their corn like in a bundt cake container where you can like stick the corn cob in there and then the corn just falls into the bundt cake. That's high maintenance for me, but if you're a newbie at getting the corn off the cob, that might be something you'd like to do. But this is pretty easy actually, and if you've ever had a kid or yourself with braces, you've done this before. All right, look at how nice and easy that comes off. Sharp knives are a key in the kitchen, which of course you should know that by now. Blanching is always really nice to do when you're working with fresh fruits and vegetables if you want to cook them and then keep them cold after. Alrighty, so now we have our corn. I'm just going to put that right there and break it up a little. Zucchini and corn salad. And I'm actually going to add a Roma tomato to this as well so I can give it a nice shot of color. And tomatoes, all this stuff is just super delicious and fresh right now. So the Romas are actually really good. Romas are nice because they're kind of hardy and they can last, you know, you can find them throughout the year. Oh, now I have corn all over me. The corn does go flying. Okay, so we're going to cut the Roma again, just like we cut it. We cut the zucchini. I'm going to give it some stripes with a nice sharp knife, and then I'm going to make it really small so they're all kind of the same size. A serrated knife is really nice to use if you're cutting tomatoes as well, if your knife isn't super duper sharp. It kind of makes it a little bit easier. If the kids are helping you or something, you want to give them a serrated knife. Make it a little less dangerous for them. Okay, so we have a super simple fresh salad. Keep it simple in the summertime because fruits and veggies are so good. You don't want to muck them up with too much stuff. So here we go, a nice creamy salad right there. Give it a taste, see if it needs a little more salt and pepper. Add some lettuce if you'd like to. And there we have it. I'm going to give it another shot of salt and pepper. And that's about it. Then you just let it cool down. It'll be nice and tasty and colorful. And it has that creamy texture, which I think you're going to like with the beef tri-tip. Okay, let's move over to here where we have our crock pot. I have my crock pot going, and I actually cooked this overnight, which is kind of what I like to do. Now I'm going to show you the end result of that 5-pound beef tri-tip. Look at this. It's all nice and cooked, and it's really juicy. Do you see how much juice is in there? All I did was I put the tri-tip, I cut it in half, and I put it right in the crock pot. I didn't add any water. I didn't add any broth. And I think that one of the big mistakes that people make when they're cooking with their crock pot is they always want to add a little liquid. So if you have a fatty piece of meat, like this, or maybe a pork that has some fat on it, or really even chicken, I don't add any liquid to my crock pot because what happens is your crock pot is a slow cooker. If you don't have a crock pot, you can put your tri-tip in a pan, in a baking pan, and then cover it with a piece of saran wrap and then a piece of aluminum foil, tighten it all the way around, and cook it in your oven at about 285 for 8 to 10 hours. And that's what I did on this one. I did it on slow for 10 hours. I did it overnight, and then it was ready and it was cooked to perfection. And it's juicy enough that I don't need to add any more juices. So what happens, one of the big problems that people do with their crock pots is they put a meat in there and then they put a whole bunch of broth in there. So what happens is you're kind of just boiling your meat. You're not going to get any kind of sear. You're not going to get that slow cook. You're just going to get boiled meat. So be very careful when you're adding liquid to your crock pot. I really think it's completely unnecessary. And when I do chicken in here too, even if I do a chicken breast, I'll usually put a couple onions or carrots at the bottom, and then I'll put the chicken breast on top that's seasoned, and then I'll just close it down and cook it for like 4 hours or something. And it gets juicy enough because the natural juices from the chicken and from the veggies are going to start to secrete, and that's going to give it a lot of flavor, and that's going to make it so that there's enough liquid on the bottom that you're not going to wake up to like a burnt crock pot, but you're going to have some great flavor. So let's see what this looks like. We'll move the salad over here. I cut this in half just to fit into my crock pot. It was well seasoned already, so we kind of got like a little easy one on this with this beef tri-tip. Okay, and here we go. Definitely a little oily, which is why I wanted to do like a creamy sauce. And now let's see. I'm just going to slice it. And it's going to shred. It's going to shred a little too, so you could shred the whole thing if you wanted to with 2 forks. But there you go. So you have some nice meat right there. Look at how nice that is, and look at how tender it's cooked. So that can last a while. And there's a lot of recipes you could do with this. You know, you can make some tacos out of it if you wanted to. You could just put it on your cold salad if you wanted to. Lots of different recipes. I'm going to say it's more of a high-fat meat, so you're going to want something pretty healthy on the side. But, you know, that's just what I say. So let's plate this up and make it look really nice. Let me get this out of the way. Here's our plate. Let's get a little bit of meat here, and then some salad. More salad than meat, right? Everybody knows that you're supposed to have like 3/4 of your plate, or actually half of your plate filled up with veggies, 1/4 of it with a meat, and then 1/4 of it with a starch if you're doing that. But here we go. We have the tri-tip, and it's going to be served with this creamy salad, a corn salad. So you have a lot of fresh veggies, and then you have a little meat. So if you're looking to do a little barbecue, this is going to be perfect. And using the crock pot in the summertime is really nice because you get your meat, but yet you don't have to heat up your whole entire kitchen. So I really encourage people to use a crock pot in the summertime just for that reason, because nobody wants to turn on the oven in the summer, and the crock pot just sits there. It warms up just its little spot, and it doesn't get your whole house warm. So that's the beef tri-tip with the corn and zucchini salad. Once again, thank you for paying attention. I hope you really enjoy it, and let me know if you have any questions. And if you do, you can email me at tracy@colorfulcooking.com.
Good morning, Vail.
For fun and adventure, join me on Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World. Find out where I'll be going next and which celebrities I'll be bringing along with me. I'll show you amazing destinations with lots to explore, and you'll get to know my celebrity guests the way they really are, up close and personal. We'll travel the world, experience new cultures, and together, try to make a difference. I'm Elizabeth Stanton, saying the world's a big place, and I'm going to show it to you.
Lion's Head Jewelers Fossil and Mineral Gallery. Located in the heart of Lion's Head Village for over a decade, our 4,000 square foot gallery boasts a one-of-a-kind experience that cannot be found anywhere else in Vail. We carry the most exquisite array of fine jewelry, high-end minerals, and museum-quality fossils. We invite you to come in and explore all the history and beauty that nature has to offer.
Hi there! Are you ready to explore famous neighborhoods from New York City to Kentucky? Watch The Neighborhood with host Nicole Newman. Featuring famous people, unique history, and delicious places to eat and drink. Our viewers get an inside personal look at each neighborhood. With each episode we learn, grow, laugh, and live like a local, not just a visitor. Welcome to The Neighborhood. Check your local program schedule and tune in.
welcome back to the show. I am very stoked, very excited about this next human being I get to interview, Dan Donahue, LA-based comedian, and I am literally obsessed with all things of his. I follow him on Instagram. Dan, we are so amped that you're here this early with us, well, via Zoom. Thank you for coming in. Well, thank you for Zooming in.
Oh man, I wish I could afford a better quality camera for this, but how's it going, everybody? Nice to see you.
Dan, I'm loving the hair. The hair between you and I, we have a moment.
Yeah, it's good when you have a haircut like this. It's good because people never ask you like math problems in public or anything like that. They just assume the worst, and it's good.
I heard from one of my friends who is a musician that I interviewed the other day. He said, "Trucker stop chic." I thought that was pretty rad.
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, it's stolen valor definitely, but I do like having a mullet, and they put the name over my mouth. That's good. Yeah, it's great to be here. Nice to talk to Vail. It's been a dream of mine since I started comedy to be on Vail local news, so this is huge for me.
I think that you're being a little bit funny with us. Has that really been a dream of yours? We're going to get you out to Vail because I need to tell you this. You have a big following in Colorado and you have a big following in Vail because on Instagram I checked it out and I have a lot of friends following you that are obsessed with you as well.
Oh, listen, a part of the reason I came on this program is to plug, I need a place to stay out there. If someone can put me up, if someone can get me food, I would love to be on a ski lift at some point, please. I would love to set that up.
I'm an epic skier, I'm not going to lie. That's my favorite thing to do.
Nice.
So, Dan, I have to say, one of the things I love best about you is when you're doing your dishes and your dry sense of humor. It's hilarious. How did that all start? How did you think, oh, I'm going to do my dishes and just talk and be funny?
Yeah, I mean, I've always done stand up for the last maybe like 7 or 8 years, and you have to be on TikTok and Reels now because
sad truth.
I guess we all just decided that at some point.
Awesome. Our cameraman is hilarious.
We all just decided that at some point, so I just decided I wanted to do something where even if the video isn't funny and everyone hated it, my dishes would be done at the end of it. So that's kind of where it came from.
It's a win-win. So I love your sense of humor because obviously you have a very dry sense of humor. Where did this funniness come inside of you? Have you always been funny? Did you make people laugh all the time when you were young? Because I'm not funny. I think you have to. It's something.
Oh no, I was very unfunny when I was younger. According to several commenters online, I'm still not funny. But yeah, I don't know. I think just the basics. A life of torment and bullying, and then you develop somewhat of a sense of humor.
You did not get tormented, did you?
Oh yeah.
Why?
Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, yeah.
Why? What could they make fun of you about?
Oh, it's so much. I didn't even have the mullet back then, so imagine that. But yeah,
okay.
My 2 front teeth crossed. I had a lisp. I was generally unpleasant to be around. There's just a number of reasons.
I was generally unpleasant to be around.
Oh, okay. Listen, and all I'm saying is they had a point. That's all I'm saying.
I feel like this should go on your dating app. I feel like this is a great thing for you right now. We're going to help you out.
Generally uncomfortable to be around is a great tagline.
Mullet, generally uncomfortable to be around and likes to do my dishes. I mean, but that's a win, I feel like, doing dishes.
That's a lot of women with what's out there, they would look at that and be like, all right, I'll give it a shot.
It's good, man. Who is your favorite comedian? Or who is your favorite person that you've worked with? Either or.
Those are 2 great questions. My favorite comedian's Cat Williams. I think Cat Williams is the greatest stand-up to ever live, in my personal opinion. My favorite stand-up that I have worked with, and by worked with, I mean was like the smaller act while they were headlining. I got to work with Norm Macdonald before he passed away, and that was really special to me.
He's brilliant. He's a brilliant human being. Very, very cool.
It was really cool to be on a show with him.
Dan, what do you have coming up?
Oh, that's a great question.
Not today, but in life, in general.
Yeah, nothing today. I'm going back to sleep.
This is a big moment, and then you're done.
No, I have tour dates coming up.
Cool.
Des Moines, Iowa, Kansas City, Dayton, Kentucky, and
Wait. Did you say Dayton?
Yeah, you know,
I'm from
and that's a
Dayton,
great question.
Ohio. I'm from Dayton.
And Dayton, Ohio, and that's great. But listen to me very closely. Dayton, Ohio is like a real place.
It's real.
Those aren't where I perform. I perform in Dayton, Kentucky, which is technically kind of in Cincinnati.
Oh,
So
the nasty. I know all about it. Yeah.
oh yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. So these are the places that I'm contractually obligated to perform stand up in, and I'm very excited for it.
Oh, I
Can we
love
get
that.
that a little higher next time?
Yeah, put it right over it. There we even
there
I
we go.
like it.
I love it. This is
Well-
like I'm getting interviewed for like a crime thing. You know what I mean? Where
Totally.
they like keep the guy's identity
What did you
secret.
do? Do you recognize this mustache, people? What did you do? I think that you should come out to Vail. I think that would be a moment. I think that we're going to make that happen, and then we'll
If
have
there
you
are
on the site.
any multimillionaires, billionaires who want a private show in Vail, and you will give me literally $500, I'm there.
500. Well, we have an amazing space now called Chasing Rabbits, and I think I'm gonna have to make the phone call in because we have comedians come all the time. I think you'd be great for it. Let's do it.
me know. We'll love
So,
that.
Dan, is there anything you want to leave us off with?
Yes. The tour, the all my stuff is on Instagram, and listen to the solo works of Michael McDonald. If that's what it takes, his debut solo album's really great, and you should give it a listen.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Can we have you back on? We love you here.
Anytime.
Awesome.
Anytime.
Like
Yeah.
tomorrow. Cool.
I
hit
would
you
love
up.
that. 4 hours. I got nothing to do.
You're washing your dishes, man. You have stuff to do.
That 5 minutes, and then I'm back.
And then out. Dan Donahue, thank you so much. You're so dope. We adore
Thank
you
you
here.
all.
We're going to see you soon here in Vail. I'm going to make it work.
I can't wait.
I'm your manager now, Gretchen Pleshaw. There you go.
I love that. You're
Got
better
it.
than mine.
Oh, hey, I'll do it. I'll text you later. Dan, thanks so much. Keep it right here. We have more of the show to come.
Good morning, Vail.
Suki and Scott Show, we are feeling good today. Great show on the way.
Absolutely. Welcome to our show. I'm Suki.
I'm Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great show.
TV8 Vail is serving the community 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Stop by for Good Morning Vail at 7 a.m. and stay all day for lifestyle favorites such as Good Day Vail, Daily Flash, Suki and Scott, and more. And you're sure to find the adventure you crave with back-to-back episodes of Scoreboard Nation and Outdoor America. Find us all day, every day on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on TV8Vail.com, and on all our social media platforms. There's more for you on Channel 92.
Here at Sun and Ski Sports, we are all about having the best summer adventures. Our full-service bike shop is here to help you get back on the saddle with services ranging from simple tire changes, full bike overhauls, and rentals. If trail running, hiking, or trips to the lake are your thing, our expert staff will fit you in the best performing footwear or clothing. And don't forget about a relaxing day on the water with our stand-up paddleboard rentals. Call Sun and Ski Sports in Avon or Dillon today, or learn more at sunandski.com/CO.
Join us in exploring the everyday lives of community members here in the Vail Valley. Hear their inspiring stories of how they came here, their contributions to our community, and why they chose to call this place home. We want you to be one of our neighbors. If you would like to be featured or nominate someone to be featured, please send an email to Danielle@tv8vail.com. We look forward to featuring your story right here on TV8.
Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Make sure you tune in every day at 8 p.m. to catch Scoreboard Nation. It's an outdoor lifestyle show dedicated to your 3 favorite mountain towns, Vail Beaver Creek, Park City, and Reno Tahoe. Join us for an incredible venture. Find us on TV8 Vail, Park City Television, or at thescoreboardnation.com. We can't wait to see you there.
Suki and Scott Show, we are feeling good today. Great show on the way.
Absolutely. Welcome to our show. I'm Suki.
I'm Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great show.
This show spotlights the latest innovations to create a greener planet. Join us next time as we explore new green ideas and present interesting green stories and show you how some people are becoming real green.
Summertime is here, and we all love laying out in the sun and reading a good book and just absorbing some new knowledge. And we've got one of the experts in this space, Carrie May from the Eagle Valley Library District. Thank you so much for meeting me.
Yeah, thank you for being here today. I'm super excited to talk books. All librarians are typically excited to talk books. Today, I really wanted to feature some of our nonfiction content. Typically, people think that's maybe not as exciting as all the new fiction we have coming in, but I just want to reassure you that we also have some really fun nonfiction coming in as well.
And you've brought a lineup of books behind us. This one immediately caught my eye.
Yeah, so this is the big book of tarot meanings. Tarot is really hot right now. So if you just happen to pick up a tarot deck and want a little more insight into what your reading may mean, this is a great book to check out.
And between that and then the cookbooks that you guys always have cycling in, which this is something that I really need to dive into. My cooking skills are terrible. So you can start with the beginner ones and just work your way up from there.
Absolutely. And what's really great too is if we have some really specific ones. So if you're, kind of craving something specific, this is a new one that recently caught my eye, That Noodle Life. And I've already perused it, and it has basically any type of noodle you can think of. We have Asian noodles, Italian noodles, and believe it or not, it even has taco noodles.
Whoa. All right. So I just signed up for my library card. I know what I'm doing later, looking into some taco noodles. And then beyond that, you've got some crafting books and some great books with just beautiful pictures that really bring what's in the ocean to life on a page.
Yeah, so we always have a phenomenal collection of photo books. Again, this is a new one. It really ties into our summer reading theme too, Oceans of Possibility, but it just has the most incredible, beautiful underwater pictures, and whatever photo team worked on this just did a phenomenal job. They're beautiful, and I don't know how they got those pictures underwater.
I never know how they do that. So if people are interested in looking at the nonfiction section and maybe chatting with you as the expert in this space, where can they do so?
So any of your Eagle Valley Library branches have a great nonfiction collection. We have branches in Avon, Eagle, and Gypsum, and just walk in and ask your local librarian.
Carrie May, thank you so much for giving us all this great information and taking the time to chat us through some of these new books that you have.
You're welcome. Thanks for being here today. I hope to see you guys in the library this summer.
Make sure you come check out any of the Eagle Valley Library District libraries, only because they've got the best staff and, quite frankly, the best selection of books, and you want to start your summer reading. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we've got more of the show.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to the TV8 Weather Center. Happy Thursday. Let's take a look at that beautiful day outside. 8 a.m., 38 degrees, a high of 65 and sunny, beautiful, clear skies today. Winds west 5 to 10 miles per hour. 8 a.m., 38 degrees and partly cloudy. Noon, 53 and sunny. And then 4 p.m., 61 and sunny. 8 p.m., 51 and clear. So gorgeous day all the way around. Remember, sunscreen's still important in these fall temperatures, and to hydrate a lot. In the higher elevations, Eagle 68 degrees, Avon 66, Vail 65 and Denver 69, which is getting a little bit cooler for Denver. We're very slowly but surely seeing these fall temperatures. A low of 33 degrees tonight, clear skies, sunset at 6:44, wind southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. So it's going to be a gorgeous night. I finally turned off my little air conditioning unit in my, in my window, and I've just been letting that cool air come in, and it's been absolutely gorgeous. So excited about that. Let's take a look at that 5-day forecast. Friday, 66 and sunny. Saturday, sunny, 69 degrees, and then a low of 31 and 32 degrees. Sunday, sunny and 70 degrees, and 33 degrees as a low. Monday and Tuesday, 68, 67 respectively, and 32 degrees and 35 as a low. So just beautiful days out there to have some fun in that sunshine. I cannot wait to go on the Leadville train. I really am stoked to do that this season. And pumpkin carving, and you brought up painting a pumpkin as well, which I've never done.
It's so much fun. It's way less messy.
Okay, see, let me ask you this question. I am a human that loves to, I like how it feels. Some people hate that. They hate the feel of the pumpkin and getting the guts on their hands. I love that moment. Do you dig it or no?
It depends. It depends on how long. If I have a fresh manicure, then, not a fan. But if I don't, then
you're like, it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Well,
have you ever done the pumpkin seeds where you actually put them on the,
and then you taste them and have them for later? I have, and it's one of my favorite fall snacks.
Okay, because someone was just telling me you put a little sprinkle of cinnamon on there.
Delicious.
I'm gonna have to
It's
try
a great way to do it. You can
Okay.
toss it in kind of really anything. I like to do the same thing with chickpeas as well.
Oh.
Like a nice alternative to
Okay.
popcorn. And this is a really great fall holiday
Cool.
version to share with your friends and your family.
So Kim, I know that you and I we're not giving away our secrets, but we were talking costumes already. I now have 2. Yes, I am in my 40s. It's a true story, but I love Halloween. And a little birdie let me know we might have some little kids with Halloween costumes coming up in the next couple weeks, which I'm excited.
I'm very excited. I love the idea of a good theme day. So
Me too. Me too.
On Wednesdays we should wear pink, but this one is actually going to be on Tuesday, so who knows what our costumes
Oh my
will
gosh,
be.
I love Wednesdays. We wear pink. I love it. I know what that's from.
We've really had an incredible show today,
Yes.
and I love the idea of just empowerment, and then
Me as well.
the rebel, being spelled BELLE, like females.
I
The
love
Rebel Rally, very cool to see the women that are racing in it. GPS free. You can
So
follow
cool.
their adventures. It's the middle of October. So
Yes,
8 days.
between them and Corey Crane, such empowered, beautiful women. And then Dan Donahue, I feel like he is just hilarious.
I was hoping I'd get to see him wash his dishes.
Oh my gosh, I know.
He can come over and wash mine.
Yeah,
because
right?
I don't want to do it.
I feel like we need to have him back on, and we will have that dish moment for sure.
And, we can do a cooking segment with Tracy, and he can wash
I
the
love
dishes.
that. Oh my
It'd be
gosh,
great.
perfect combination. I dig it.
Speaking of Tracy, her recipes are always delicious, but I am so excited to go try that crockpot recipe
I
that
know.
she talks about. It's my favorite. I've already got some of the ingredients at home, so after I leave the show, I'm grocery shopping.
I was thinking about that because I'm like, tomorrow's already Friday, and so we can do that over the weekend. It will be kind of fun.
Just put a pot on the, I guess not on the stove, but turn on your crock pot, have a delicious meal so that you can get out and about and enjoy all of the wonderful leaf peeping. Anyways, we will see you tomorrow. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Are you looking for exciting and nutritious recipes to cook at home? Watch Colorful Cooking with Tracy Miller on TV8 Vail. Tracy brings you the best